Before hearing this shocking news, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any hot updates from the K-pop world that is always full of mysteries. Why did Bang Si-hyuk summon him into the Hybe office at midnight? And why was he seen leaving the building accompanied by a bodyguard?
BTS is back. Feel the attack.
Very question is now haunting the minds of many, especially ARMY, who have long been used to reading every small clue in their idol's actions. The scene that unfolded in the late hours of the night was not just an ordinary moment, but rather a piece of a bigger story, one that may contain secrets hidden deep within the entertainment industry. That night, the atmosphere around the Hybe office was quieter than usual. The streets, normally lively, had grown empty, with only a few pedestrians passing by. Traffic lights flickered red and green in turns, silently bearing witness to a secretive meeting that nobody expected. From behind the glass doors of the building, a familiar figure appeared, stepping out with slightly hurried steps. Park Jimin, one of BTS's brightest stars. Yet what made the scene even more intense was the presence of a bodyguard walking closely beside him, as if ensuring Jimin's complete safety with every move. Why was a bodyguard needed at such a late hour? Was Jimin really called in suddenly by Bang Si-hyuk, the founder of HYBE, to discuss something so urgent that it had to happen at midnight? Or was there perhaps a larger issue hidden from the public eye? According to eyewitnesses, Jimin was seen entering the HYBE office just before midnight. There was no bustle, no staff rushing about as usual. Only the towering building stood there, with a few lights still glowing from inside. Jimin's discreet arrival immediately raised suspicions. Could this be a private meeting that no one else was meant to know about? Bang Si-hyuk is known as someone who rarely summons his artists outside official schedules, especially at such late hours. Unsurprisingly, rumors spread quickly. Some believe Bang Si-hyuk wanted to discuss a massive solo project for Jimin, one that cannot yet be announced to the public. Others speculate this meeting was about BTS's collective future. Could it be a shocking decision about a comeback, a global collaboration, or perhaps a major shift in their career path? When Jimin finally exited the building, he did not look as he usually does. There was no warm smile for the cameras, only a serious expression and silence. Dressed simply in all black, a cap shading his face, he walked briskly. The bodyguard stayed very close to him, occasionally seeming to exchange short words. Did the meeting leave Jimin worried? Or was he hiding a sense of relief after hearing something important? The silence surrounding the moment only deepened the mystery. Secret project or internal conflict? As expected, ARMY didn't stay quiet. Once photos and videos of Jimin leaving HYBE spread online, social media exploded with speculation. Some argued that Bang Si-hyuk might be preparing a new global project with Jimin at the center. After all, Jimin's immense success with international brands makes him the perfect key to raising HYBE's influence worldwide. But others pointed to a different angle. What if this was about internal issues? BTS has matured as a group, and with each member pursuing solo activities, there are countless big decisions to be made. Could this midnight meeting have been about something sensitive? Was Jimin being asked to take on an important new role in BTS's future direction? Why at midnight? The biggest question still unanswered is, why did this have to happen at midnight? Of course, one could argue that nighttime provides privacy, avoids public attention, and reduces the risk of leaks. Yet, that only fuels further curiosity. If the meeting were something ordinary, why hide it? Bang Si-hyuk is known as a man of strategy. Every step he takes is carefully calculated. So, if he chose to meet Jimin privately outside of normal hours, it must have been for something urgent, important, and highly confidential. The presence of the bodyguard that night was no coincidence either. Many believe this was not an ordinary guard. The way he walked, positioned himself, and scanned the surroundings suggested that he knew something significant was unfolding. It was almost as if Jimin required not only physical protection but also a silent witness to that historic moment. What is being hidden? Every detail of that night has become a puzzle. The empty streets, the flickering traffic lights, the shadow of Jimin's steps blending with those of the bodyguard all felt like fragments from a suspenseful film. Fans began analyzing every clue, his facial expression, body language, even the speed of his walk. One thing is certain, Jimin did not want this meeting to become public knowledge. Yet ironically, the secrecy has only drawn even more global attention. Will there be a big announcement? The lingering question now is, what came out of this meeting? Will HYBE release an official statement soon? Or will everything remain shrouded in mystery, leaving only breadcrumbs for ARMY to piece together? One thing is clear: the sight of him and leaving HYBE at midnight with only a bodyguard by his side was no ordinary event. It symbolized that something big is being prepared, something that might shake the K-pop world once again. To this day, no answers have been given. Yet, it is the uncertainty itself that makes this story so gripping. The secret midnight meeting between Bang Si Hyuk and Jimin has left far more questions than answers. Is this the beginning of a new BTS era? Is Jimin being prepared for a groundbreaking international solo project? Or is there something deeper unfolding behind the scenes? The hours after the mysterious meeting felt electric in the fandom. ARMY around the world stayed awake, glued to their screens, waiting for any kind of clue or update. The hashtag #Jiminathib quickly trended worldwide, with fans dissecting every frame of the video and every angle of the photos. It almost felt like a collective investigation. Some fans slowed down the clip, pointing out that Jimin seemed to clench his hands in his pockets, a habit he often shows when he is nervous or deep in thought. Others focused on the way he briefly tilted his head toward the bodyguard, as if confirming something important. This isn't the first time something secretive like this has happened. Fans recalled a moment back in BTS's early days when Bang Si Hyuk was known to hold private, late-night meetings whenever there was a major decision to be made, whether it was about a new album concept, a world tour, or even the group's future direction. That memory alone made many wonder if this midnight meeting signaled the start of something monumental. Speculation only grew when some ARMY pointed out that HYBE has been unusually quiet about BTS's group schedule recently. While solo projects have been thriving, there has been little information about the group's next collective move. Could Jimin have been the first member to be briefed about BTS's highly anticipated reunion project? Or perhaps Bang Si Hyuk wanted Jimin's input on a sensitive matter before presenting it to the rest of the members. Others have a completely different theory, that this was about Jimin's solo career and an upcoming collaboration with a global artist. Over the past months, rumors of Jimin working with Western producers have circulated, and this could have been a last-minute meeting to finalize contracts or creative direction. The idea that Jimin might soon drop a surprise single or even a full album sent ARMY into a frenzy of excitement. Still, there are those who worry. Some fans can't shake the feeling that the urgency of a midnight meeting could indicate that something is wrong, perhaps a crisis or controversy that HYBE wants to handle before it reaches the public. The presence of a bodyguard, after all, could also mean there was concern for Jimin's safety or emotional state. Was Bang Si Hyuk offering him support or delivering news that might be difficult to process? Regardless of the reason, the image of Jimin walking silently into the night has left an indelible mark. For fans, it represents a turning point, even if they don't yet know what that turn leads to. Every time something like this happens, ARMY bands together, turning speculation into a shared experience that strengthens their bond with BTS. Some fans are now preparing for possible announcements in the coming weeks. Whenever Bang PD and Jimin meet secretly, big things happen. One fan tweeted, while another added, "I don't know if I should be excited or scared. Either way, history is being written." This heightened state of anticipation could be exactly what HYBE wants, keeping fans guessing, keeping the excitement alive, and building momentum for whatever comes next. If this is indeed the prelude to a major BTS announcement, then the strategy is working flawlessly. One thing is for certain, this midnight meeting will be remembered, discussed, and theorized about until answers finally come.